Greetings, fellow football fans. In today's video, we've got a lot to cover, so make sure you hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with everything. Now, yesterday was a bit of a gut punch for Celtic. A late equalizer from Rangers at Pitori stole our chance to be crowned champions right then and there. And if I'm honest, I'm still struggling to come to terms with it. It's been a tough 12 hours or so, and I really hope you're all coping better than I am. Celtic have been made to wait just a bit longer. And I have to say, it's been tough for everyone involved. I feel especially for those working in Celtic's media department yesterday. You can just imagine it, right? With the clock ticking down and Aberdeen ahead, it looked like we were about to be crowned champions. The posts would have been lined up, ready to go. We're talking X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. I can just picture the whole thing. Somewhere in Celtic Park, there would have been a laptop or desktop with a tweet set up, ready to be sent, all ready to say champions. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if they had one of those classic tweets in the works with champions written with a 4 instead of the A, because you know that's kind of the Celtic thing. And the graphic would have been all set too, showing all the players who contributed to this glorious moment. But then just before the tweet could be sent out into the world, it all got pulled back into drafts. Imagine the frustration, the excitement, the anticipation everything was building up, only for it to come crashing down. Now on the flip side, at least they've got all the groundwork done. When we finally clinch the title in a couple of weeks, everything will be ready to go. And trust me, that's going to be a glorious day. After watching the Aberdeen Rangers game yesterday, I can genuinely say that in a weird way, Rangers' last-minute equalizer was a blessing. I know that might sound odd, but hear me out. If Celtic had won the league without even stepping onto the pitch, without a ball being kicked, that would have been the ultimate anticlimax. It would have been so strange, so out of place. I sat and watched the game yesterday, and I'm not going to pass judgment on either side, but let's be real. Both teams were poor. Aberdeen deserved to win, and Rangers, well, they somehow managed to scrape a draw. But imagine the scenario where the league title flashes up on the Sky Sports screen. Celtic are champions. Ian Crocker's voice over the announcement while Aberdeen players are celebrating, not us. That would have been such a letdown. I mean, honestly, it was almost a bit funny before the match kicked off. I thought it would be a bit of a laugh if Rangers lost and we ended up being champions without doing anything. But now looking at it, we've got the chance to win the title the proper way on our own terms. And I think everyone, including Brendan Rodgers and the players, will be happy with that. Brendan Rodgers, after Saturday's game, spoke about his frustration. He said, "I'm still frustrated. It's not today, if I'm honest. But we can't do anything about that now. We've done everything we could do today. Whenever it comes, we have to be ready for it." He's right. It's about winning it ourselves, not relying on other teams. That might still happen, of course. Aberdeen could still help us out by beating Rangers. But I think with the post-split fixtures coming up, it's looking increasingly likely that Celtic will clinch it on their own terms. We haven't got the official post-split fixtures yet, but I reckon they'll be announced by Tuesday at the latest. I'm sure many of you are eager to find out, so stay tuned for that. Looking at the fixtures, though, I have a strong feeling that the first post-split game will be the one where we get the chance to clinch the title. Sky Sports will surely want to be involved broadcasting the match where Celtic can win the league. I'm betting that game will be a Saturday lunchtime kickoff, and it'll likely be away from home. So what do we know about the post-split fixtures? Well, we know we've got Hibernian and St. Mirren at Celtic Park and away trips to Rangers, Aberdeen, and Dundee United. The order is the big question, though. We do know one thing for sure, the final match of the season will be at home. Match day 38 will be a home game, and it'll be Trophy Day at Celtic Park. That's on Saturday, May 17th, with a 12:30 p.m. kickoff. We'll get to lift the trophy after the final whistle, and that's going to be an incredible day. Before that, our midweek fixture will most likely be an away game. Celtic isn't going to have two home games close together. They've never done that before, so it's unlikely that the derby will be scheduled for that slot. That means it'll probably be a trip to either Tannadice or Pittodrie. Now, looking ahead with the possibility of clinching the title with a point in our next match, it's safe to say that the next game won't be the derby either. The police wouldn't go for that. So we can probably rule out match day 34 being the derby. Instead, it seems like the derby will fall on either match day 35 or 36. But jumping back to the next match we have after next week's cup game, there's a strong chance that it'll be a home game where we can clinch the title. In an ideal world, that's the scenario I'd love to see, and I even mentioned it last week. But after looking into things a bit more, it seems that Sky Sports can only visit each Premiership ground a certain number of times per season. I believe the limit is 5, and Celtic Park has already hosted 5 Sky Sports games this season. It's a strange rule, but it seems like Flag Day doesn't count, so they're allowed one more trip to Celtic Park. It's almost certain that they'll choose to broadcast Trophy Day when we lift the title. So I think it's much more likely that we'll be clinching the league away from home, either at Dundee United or Aberdeen. Tannadice seems a bit more likely, but who knows? So without further ado, here are my post-split fixture predictions. I'm thinking we'll go to Tannadice first and face Rangers away on match day 2 post-split. After that, we've got St. Mirren at home, followed by an away trip to Aberdeen in the final midweek slot, and then Trophy Day at home to Hibernian. I'm pretty confident that we'll be winning the league, no doubt about it. Even the most pessimistic of fans, those who are getting a little worried after we lost to Derby a few weeks ago, should be feeling pretty good about our chances now. We're 15 points clear of Rangers with 15 points left to play for. Plus, our goal difference is 42 better than theirs, which is pretty mental to think about. So realistically, even if we lost our last 5 league games 40 each time, and Rangers won their last 5 40, including a win at Ibrox in the Derby, we'd still win the league by a couple of goals. That's how much we've got in the bank. We've just got to go out and finish the job in the next game. It's all looking good. Now, back to the game yesterday. I would have accepted winning the league had Aberdeen held on and beaten Rangers, but no, what a buzz it's going to be to get the job done ourselves. We've got a cup game this weekend, a chance to reach the Scottish Cup final, and then the following week, it's all about sealing the league title. Hopefully we'll do it ourselves, and that'll make it all the more satisfying. It's going to be an exciting end to the season, that's for sure. Right, then moving on to the second part of this chat, let's dive a bit deeper into Celtic's upcoming challenges and how things are shaping up for the rest of the season. As we're all well aware by now, there's still a lot to play for, but the most important thing is that we're in a strong position. We're sitting pretty at the top of the table, but we got to finish strong. The players know this, Brendan Rodgers knows this, and we as fans know this too. Now, as I've said before, there's a strong chance that we're going to clinch the league on our own terms no matter what happens with Rangers or anyone else. I know some of you might be a bit nervous about the post-split fixtures, but let me tell you, the players are looking ready to give everything. Every game now is about sealing the deal, not just for us, but for Brendan too. Let's not forget this is Brendan's second time around, and he's been working hard to get us back to where we belong. Top of the Scottish football pyramid. And it's been a bit of a strange journey, hasn't it? A lot of ups and downs, a few setbacks here and there, but we're still in the driving seat. What we need to do now is to stay focused, keep our heads, and not get ahead of ourselves. There's no time for slip-ups. You know when you think about it. That's the beauty of the Celtic squad. They've been through this before, and they know what it takes to finish the job. The likes of Callum McGregor, who has really stepped up as captain, and others like Kyogo and Jota, who have been crucial this season, will be absolutely key in these final games. Their experience is invaluable, especially when it comes to seeing the job through to the end. It's the players with the right mentality who are going to take us across the line, and that's what we've got in abundance right now. But it's not just the players. As a club, Celtic has always been about unity, and we've seen that throughout this campaign. The fans, too, have been incredible. They've stuck by the team through thick and thin. Whether it's been up in the Highlands or down in the depths of the city, Celtic fans have traveled in their numbers, showing their unwavering support. There's no other fan base in the country like ours, and that's something the team takes into every game. When you've got that kind of backing, it gives you an extra edge. It's not just about the players on the pitch, it's about the whole club. And that sense of togetherness has been evident all season long. The players know that there's a big responsibility on their shoulders. Everyone's talking about the record-breaking run. We're on the potential for another treble. And of course, the chance to secure another league title. Oh, there's a lot of pressure, but that's what makes the game exciting. That's why we love football. It's the moments of drama, the last-minute winners, and the belief that no matter what, we're always in with a chance. And let's not forget we've had our fair share of drama this season, haven't we? It's been one hell of a ride. Now, I know there's always going to be that element of unpredictability in football. There's always that one moment in a match that can change everything. A mistake, a wonder goal, a controversial decision. But from what I've seen this season, Celtic have shown that they can handle the pressure. Even when things haven't gone to plan, we've found a way to get back on track. That's the sign of a champion team. And speaking of champions, how could we not talk about Kyogo Furuhashi? The man has been an absolute revelation this season. His movement, his finishing, and his ability to create chances out of nothing. It's been incredible. I mean, we've seen him pull off some absolute screamers, but his link-up play with the rest of the attack has been just as impressive. He's made a massive impact, and I think he's going to play a huge part in the final run-in. And what about Jota? He's been a key player for us this season too. His flair, his creativity, and his ability to make something happen out of nothing. That's what we've been needing. When Jota's on fire, Celtic are a different animal. His dribbling, his pace and his precision with the ball at his feet make him a nightmare for defenders. There's no question that he's one of the best players in the league, and he'll be crucial in the final stages of the season. Of course, it's not just the attacking players who've been pulling their weight. The defense has been rock solid. 2. Joe Hart, despite some early doubts this season, has been fantastic between the sticks. His leadership, his shot-stopping ability, and his distribution have been vital. I know some fans were a bit worried when he first arrived, but he's well and truly shown his worth. The same can be said for the back four. Carl Starfelt and Cameron Carter-Vickers have been excellent in the heart of defense. They've got a real understanding between them, and that's so important. A solid defense is the foundation for everything, and they've given us that this season. But let's not forget about the fullbacks. Greg Taylor has had a stellar campaign, and the way he's been able to bomb forward and create chances has been a huge asset. And then there's Alistair Johnston, who stepped in and really made a name for himself. The way he's adapted to life at Celtic has been nothing short of impressive. He's been solid defensively, but he's also got that attacking edge that we love to see. Together, the defense and the midfield have formed a formidable unit, and it's been one of the reasons why we've been so successful this season. But now, as we move into the final stretch, the pressure is going to be on. It's going to get tight. We've got some tricky fixtures ahead, and each match is going to be crucial. Hibernian, St. Mirren, and Aberdeen are no pushovers. They'll all be fighting for points, and we can't take anything for granted. We know what it's like when the league is on the line, and every point is vital. The key now is to stay focused, take each game as it comes, and continue to trust in our ability. This is what we've been building towards all season, and the rewards are within our grasp. But it's not just about the league. The Scottish Cup is still very much in play too. We've got a semi-final coming up, and that's going to be a huge match. A chance to reach yet another final and potentially another trophy for the cabinet. The players will be hungry for that too. Everyone loves a cup run, and when you're as successful as Celtic has been over the years, you're always going to be pushing for silverware. So what's the goal here? Well, it's clear we finish strong. We keep doing what we've been doing all season. We don't take our foot off the pedal, we don't relax, and we don't let the pressure get to us. We go out there game after game and make sure that we've done everything possible to secure the title and maybe even a treble. It's a tall order, but with the squad we've got, there's no reason why we can't achieve it. And the best part is we've got that all-important momentum. With the form we've been showing, I've no doubt that Celtic will finish this season in style. In the end, football is about more than just winning titles and trophies. It's about passion, pride, and the love of the game. And this Celtic team has shown that they've got all of that. As we head towards the finish line, let's keep supporting them no matter what. Let's get behind the players, the manager, and the club. We're Celtic, and we've got this. Before we proceed, subscribe to our channel and enable notifications to receive all exclusive news about Celtic FC. Don't miss any details about your favorite team. It's extremely important for Celtic FC fans. In what could become one of the most explosive transfer sagas in recent Scottish football history, whispers are growing louder around a bombshell move. Celtic left-back Greg Taylor is reportedly on the verge of a stunning switch to bitter rivals. Rangers, the rumor, still unconfirmed by either club, has already set social media ablaze and reignited the eternal fire of the old firm rivalry. If true, it would mark a remarkable full-circle moment for Taylor, who was once let go by the Ibrox. Signed as a youth player, Taylor, now 27, has become a key figure at Celtic since arriving from Kilmarnock in 2019. Under various managers, including the transformative Ange Postecoglou, he has developed into a dependable, attack-minded left-back, featuring prominently in domestic and European fixtures. The news that he might cross the city divide has left many Celtic supporters stunned. especially given his current contract is set to run until 2025. What makes this potential move even more captivating is Taylor's history. Before his rise at Kilmarnock and Celtic, he spent 6 formative years in the Rangers youth system, only to be released with concerns over his size. Now, after winning multiple trophies and earning caps for the national team, the idea of returning to Ibrox not as a prospect, but as a seasoned competitor has the air of poetic redemption, or betrayal depending on whom you ask. For Ranger, the appeal is all obvious. With uncertainty over their current fullback options and a desire to reinforce ahead of next season's domestic and European campaigns, Taylor's experience and Scottish Premiership pedigree make him an ideal target. Yet, the idea of poaching a current Celtic starter and someone so woven into their rival's recent success is as bold as it is controversial. As speculation swirls, both clubs have remained tight-lipped, but the timing, just weeks before the summer transfer window, is telling. Whether this is a calculated leak to test fan reaction or the early stages of a genuine deal, one thing is certain. If Greg Taylor dons the blue of Rangers, the reverberations will be felt far beyond the touchlines of Ibrox and Parkhead. Hello, fan. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, as it means a lot to Celtic FC. Also, share your opinion about the news in the comments below. See you in the next video.